What is going on, everybody? Mr. Tank, Director, B.
What's going on?
What it look like?
Well, sorry y'all missed us last week. We had a lot going on. As you can see, we had to move the office, and Brian had some stuff to tend to, so we just had to cancel last week. We apologize for that. But we back. Hello, Miss Donna. What is up, dear?
Donna.
What's going on, Donna?
Tank, why are you so loud?
I have no idea.
I love it. So this week we don't have a guest, y'all. We didn't want a guest this week. We're going to take some time and we're going to do something that me and Brian's been wanting to do for a long time. And it's because we've put in years of research into what we're fixing to talk about. And Tank is kind of new to what we're doing now, but he knows about it. Hello, Michael. What's going on? Hope
Hello.
you feel better.
Hello.
And Parafam Entertainment said, "Boo."
Boo back.
Let's guess. Is that Miss Laura? Is that Laura Picano? Our little whispering angel? Who is it, B? Use your senses.
That's got to be Laura with that typing. Got to be.
Oh, no, it is Mr. Mark Dawkins. We were both wrong.
Well, I'll be damned.
What is up, brother?
Mark.
Yeah, Mark. And Mark has a big role in what we're going to be talking about tonight, y'all, because hours and hours and hours of conversations with Mark has kind of led me and Brian to the decisions that we've made. So, Mark, we want to go ahead and pre-thank you for it.
Yeah, Martin. Also, too, I have a brilliant idea just popped in my head. We'll sit at Rob's house when it's chilling. We're not going to give no spoilers or anything like that, but it's something that if this thing's work, it's going to break through the paranormal field. We're not going to spill the beans because usually when something happens like that, somebody else copies us and runs it before we get done with it.
Yeah, well, this one here is almost done.
Not
I
this
have
time.
been busting my butt. As a matter of fact, it's behind my curtain on the desk right now, already put together.
Don't do the Vanna White and pull the curtain back.
No, can't do it. I got too much new equipment behind that we don't want to get out right now. But yeah, tonight's show is going to be something a little different. I'm going to be honest with you. Pee Dee Region Paranormal, as everybody knows, me and Brian has been doing this for 28 years. And in 28 years of investigating, we relied so much on equipment. And in 28 years, nothing has changed other than, yes, Brian, you my witness, we've caught some damn good evidence.
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
Yep.
We have caught the Holy Grail. We have a full-bodied apparition on camera. We have caught the Holy Grail. But that leads us into our next venture. Thank you, Fitzgerald, because he's the one that kind of pushed me to this, and then Mark just kind of filled the deal in the butt. And that is that with Pee Dee Region Paranormal, we're going to try something. Now, before I start on this, me and Brian want to make sure that everybody out there is aware we are not knocking you. We don't care what equipment you use. You use what works best for you and your team. First and foremost, use what you know. Use what you do.
And also, too, Paratech, we're still building equipment.
Yeah, we're still building equipment. It's going to be for sale. And some of it's going to be some stuff that we're going to be using, but we're not going to be using some of the, I guess you'd call it OG equipment. But we're backing away from equipment, y'all. We have decided that we want to go into I guess, Brian, the best way to put it would be a spiritual outlook on investigations.
More or less like soul searching, soul seeking instead of ghost hunting.
You know, everybody in this field has tried so hard to ghost hunt, to have a conversation with a spirit. You got spirit hunters, you got ghost hunters, you got all these spirit and ghosts. But there's not many people out there who goes out looking for the souls. Think about that. You know, your soul and your spirit are two separate things. They're not the same. So maybe if we go in on a spiritual level and we try to communicate with the souls of these so-called spirits or ghosts or whatever you want to call them, we look for souls. And we do it with love. We do it with light. We do it with the greatest harmony that we can. White candles burning. Let's go in now. Now, you're right, Donna. Donna just said that she remembers Barry saying that. You are exactly right. And Barry's the one that really gave me the idea because for so long we've been set in our ways. Nobody's willing to do anything out of the ordinary. And that's what we're trying to do. We want to be out of the ordinary. And if it can get us some evidence, hey, there you go. We did something right. So we're going to set the K2 meters. They're gone. The EMF meters, they're gone.
Gone.
We have cameras. We have recorders. Matter of fact, we're not even using digital. Brian has ordered us a analog tape recorder. Pops has a reel-to-reel video recorder. We're going to go old school. We're going to step back into the Warrens days. We're going to go back there before digital was even thought of. Everything was analog. And we're going to see the difference in that way versus this way. But the main thing is we want to find these souls. We want to go in there and we want to show them that we're there, that we care, that we want to help them. And we're not trying to just get evidence to put on the internet to make us look good. We want to help these souls. B?
It's like, yes, we'll still have equipment, but we will set it out before we go in and record it, let the equipment do its job. Just to see if you get interaction with the equipment with nobody being in there. But once we go in, we're going to go in with just us and our analog recorders and a video camera and see what we can pick up.
That's it. And, Donna can tell you, because she was there when he said this, Barry said that the equipment is exactly what it says it is. Equipment. You cannot make that equipment work. That equipment is designed for us to build. Take this, for example, the Paratech Ghostbuster REM Pod. This is designed to take it in there, flip the switch, set it down, have cameras on your equipment, leave. Let the equipment do the job. Now, we're going to take that a step further. We're gonna set the equipment up, what equipment that we're going to be using anyway, and we're going to back out and we're going to have fun outside and joke and cut up and do what Pee Dee does best. Watch Tank and Brian make some funny TikTok videos and post them, and we're going to let that equipment do its thing. And then we're going to have a camera set up through StreamYard where we can watch outside and see what's going on in there with nobody in there. Once we get that and we see what's happening, then all that equipment gets packed up. Before the investigation even starts, we're packing the equipment up. We're going to have cameras, we're going to have recorders, we're going to have our team members. That is it. And we're going to go in, we're going to set some white candles up around the locations, and we're going to try to get a feel for the place, which a lot of people fail to do. Like Barry said, Brian, what is the number one way to get grounded?
Just take your feet off, step on the grass.
Take your socks and shoes off and step on that ground. There is no other grounding method as great as that. Ground yourself to that location. Open your senses. Tank, if you got something going on at home or you got something going on at work, where you got to leave that at?
Leave it there.
Leave it there.
That's it. Don't bring it with you, because think about it. And Mark Dawkins, I know you watching. This is a shout out to you because you taught me this. And that is, your body has different frequencies. When you're happy, your body's communicating on one frequency. When you're angry, your frequency changes. You're on a whole nother frequency level. When you're sad, it changes. It goes to a whole nother frequency level. The frequency level you need to be on to be able to really get in there and investigate is going to be the frequency of love, laughter, joy, happiness. And we've proven that. How many times, Brian, have we went to an investigation and we're gung-ho, we're going to find something and not catch nothing? But the minute that we stand around and we start laughing, cutting up, having a good time, we catch the best piece of evidence we've ever had.
Just like that.
That's what it's all about.
Just like me and Tank, the Southern Trace, doing an investigation there. Just being two big old boys in a little bathroom.
Yeah.
Nothing with a video camera. And what we catch, a door open and slamming on us.
That's it. Catch up on the comments here, y'all. That's right, Donna. That's right, Michael.
It's like April told me you got to get in your A state or A frame. You know, I tried that once. You know, coming to my own, it works. Trust me. It will open you up to things you didn't know you could sense or feel.
Who knows? By us doing this, we'll probably catch a whole lot more stuff than we've been catching.
Exactly. And what I'm pushing for is to get what we've always, I said, one goal, one answer to the truth. And I do believe doing this, we're going to get the truth. And by this way, we won't have to sit in there second guessing. Well, it could have been this, it could have been that. When you know you got direct answers, nothing but a recording yourself.
Yep.
And also too, with the candles itself, they can use that energy, true form, actual true energy to use to communicate with us.
That's it. So I mean, look at it this way. And Tank, you're a little newer to the field than some people. So I'm gonna ask you this personally. And don't answer this the way me and Brian would. Answer this with your true feelings. If I brought you a recording and me and Brian was using the SB11 and we were scanning FM frequencies and we got a voice that said God. Okay? Could you debunk that in Richmond County?
Probably. Because if it's I'm not sure. I really don't know.
All right, well, let me explain this to you so you understand. Brian, this is actually Brian's point of light here and Mark's. What is the closest radio station in Richmond County? What
G104.
G104, which is a gospel station. How many times have you listened to that and you heard God, devil, hell, Satan? How many times have you heard them words on that radio station? A lot. Every song it's about. Okay? What's the chances of when that thing scanned, it caught that one word and it come through and it said God? And then we're like, oh man, we got an EVP of God. No, we didn't. We got a radio station saying God.
You're right.
Okay. Now let's flip the script on that. If I go into a room with nothing but a recorder, an analog recorder, and I hit record and I'm sitting there asking questions and a voice comes out of nowhere, out of thin air, and it says God, how can you debunk that?
You can't.
That's the way Pee Dee's wanting to take it. To where we don't have to second guess what we see, what we hear, what we catch. Because with equipment, just like a K2 meter, everybody knows how I personally feel about a K2 meter. You can sneeze and it'll go off. You can shake it, it'll go off. There's so many reasons behind a K2 going off. I want to eliminate that, especially for all of our new members. I want to eliminate it. I want it to where whenever something happens, you know deep down, okay, we got something happening right there. Let's investigate this further. And that's what me and Brian's trying to set up because we've been there, Tank. Me and Brian has been to the top of the mountain. We've caught the best evidence that we could have ever caught. But it ain't about me and Brian now. Now it's about you guys. Now it's about Mark. It's about Andy. It's about all of y'all that are coming into the game now. We've been there. We've done it. It's y'all's turn. We want to make sure that y'all have the tools to outdo us, man. I want y'all to take this group when I'm dead and gone. I don't want Pee Dee to die. I want Pee Dee to roll on. I want you and Andrew and all of y'all to just keep it rolling and keep investigating until you find the answers we've been hunting for 28 years.
Then you know what you'll be, Tank? The standard.
That's it. I mean, if you go into a room and like April told Brian, you got to ground yourself. You've got to unlock yourself. You got to unlock your soul because the best way to talk to another soul is with your soul. You got to be open. You got to be inviting, but yet you got to be just a little bit precautious because like Brian always says, if you was an asshole in life, you're going to be an asshole in death. You got to pay attention to those. So we're going to try our best to advance what we're already doing. And it's not going to be hidden, y'all. If you have any questions, ask. The comments is right there. If you know how to get up with me and Brian, everybody watching the show's got us on Facebook. Hit us up. We'll be glad to answer what we're doing. We're not hiding anything. And if you like what we're doing and you see the videos next Friday, not tomorrow, but the next Friday, we're going to be investigating the Seaboard Station Restaurant in Hamlet, North Carolina, one of the oldest homes in Hamlet. Mark Dawkins has got it lined up for us. If I'm not mistaken, Mark, correct me if I'm wrong, it was the founder of Hamlet's home. And it's been so many things since, but now it's a restaurant. They're seeing apparitions, shadow figures. They're hearing voices. They every time they go in the women's bathroom, they get uneasy feelings and they hear stuff in the women's bathroom. The newest one I've heard today is they're hearing two little children running around hollering and playing. They've caught the apparition of a man in the part where the buffet sits, Brian. They got an apparition in there of an old man.
Hot dog.
So if we go in there and we using ourselves and not all of this equipment and we sit down and we zone into that place, we put ourselves into that time period and we make them feel welcome, loved, they're gonna react with us, man.
Oh yeah.
Mark said yes, one of the founders. Thank you, Mark. And Donna said, so what's the difference in using just a digital recorder without an SB11 versus an analog recorder? Very good question, because I researched this for the last 2 weeks. A digital recorder records digital sound. Digital sound can carry miles and miles. In other words, if somebody's running a TV, you can pick up a bleep, bleep. You can pick up some kind of sound from that TV using a digital recorder. Analog don't do that. Analog only picks up a short distance, which means very, very controlled, confined space. Analog's not going to pick up on those frequencies. It don't go high enough. Digital frequencies can get up there to 2.4, 2.5 megahertz, where, you know, analog frequencies way down in the bottom. It don't expand farther. That's why I used to, if you remember when everything was analog, Daddy would make y'all go out there and turn the antenna in the yard to find that TV station he's wanting to watch. When digital rolled around, you didn't have to do that no more because the signals pick up so much farther. So that's the difference between analog and digital, is the distance. Happen Paranormal, what's up, brothers? Robert and Brian. What's up, Mr. Robert? Hope everything's going good for you, brother. Good to see you tonight.
Also, too, running those digital recorders and stuff. Also, too, with the Wi-Fi frequencies, 2.4 gigahertz and a 5G gigahertz as well, too. So that could come play later on with interference.
Well, it's just like your Wi-Fi. Think about that. You got 2.5 gig Wi-Fi. You got 5G Wi-Fi, right?
Yep.
All right. If you hook up to that 2.5, your connection is really low. Your gigabytes per second is low.
It's faster, but at closer distance.
That's it. If you go to the 5, then your distance goes further and your signal's faster further away, but not up close. So if we turn things down to analog, why do I want to know what's going on next door? You know what I mean? I want to catch what's going on right here. So that is kind of the theory that we're trying. Donna says, interesting. I have my sister's analog recorder. I'll have to try it. Yeah, try it. And you can get old analog tape recorders. And one thing I asked Mark, because Mark, he was in showbiz for a while and broadcasting. If I take a tape and I put a tape in there and I record that tape, okay, we didn't catch nothing, and I rewind that tape and I re-record over that tape, am I going to be getting bits and pieces from the old recording into the new recording? And Mark's answer for that, hey, Taryn, what's up, dear?
What's up, Miss Taryn?
Mark's answer for that was no. For the simple fact, though, back in the day, you would have. But that's before they started putting the little electromagnetic wipers inside the tape recorders. So whenever you're re-recording, that electromagnetic wiper is wiping that tape clean as you re-record. Now, if you go back to the early 1920s, 1930s and use one of those recorders, then yes, you're probably going to have interference. But the ones that they made, I say through what, Brian, 80 to
Yeah.
2000, they have that EMF thing in there that just wipes that tape clean. And we will be testing that to make sure. We'll take a tape, we'll record, and we'll record over it, and we'll see if we can catch anything. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm getting the heart down. I ain't got it quite down yet.
You just gotta throw it. And so you can elongate it.
It's almost like a pumpkin or something.
Yeah, you look like a pumpkin. But Taryn knows exactly what we're talking about because she does the same thing already. Taryn does not focus her investigations on equipment. Taryn focuses her investigations on what she sees, hears, smells, senses, feels. So she already knows where we're coming from. Somebody pulling up out there. There you go. She showed you how to do it, B.
Boxes.
So Tank, what is your honest opinion now that you? Oh yeah, y'all! Everybody give Tank a congratulations. He is no longer lead investigator for Pee Dee Region Paranormal. Tank has been promoted to the director of Pee Dee Region Paranormal. What do you think about our changes, Tank? Be honest. You're a little new to the field, so
No, it's gonna take some use to get into, but I think it'll work out better. Well, hopefully we'll catch more doing this
well,
and helping our people out and stuff.
yeah,
It needs help.
just like Taryn said.
Our
How many
clients.
times have we said that, B?
All the time. All the time. But, we all catch ourselves veering away from that.
Donna said, "Congratulations, there, Tank."
Thank you, Donna.
Look, she's buttering up his ta-la-la.
So, what we're looking at, y'all, is trying to change the game for the well-being of the game. Instead of lugging all this equipment, think how tech's gonna be now. Boy, tech's gonna love setup, ain't they?
They ain't gonna have nothing to do.
Light some candles,
Some
grab,
candors.
grab a camera and some dang recorders and lay them out and investigate. That's it.
Hey, how you light a candor?
Oh, it's easy. You go to Canada. I know a guy that will do it for $29.95.
I know, right?
But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I cannot wait for next Friday. We are gonna hold a meeting, y'all, before the investigation at the Seaboard. We're gonna do the meeting at the Seaboard. I know Brian won't be able to be there till about 6:30, because you get off at 5, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be probably 6:37 before Brian gets there, because he's got to go take a shower, and then, like Tank said, that's Pop's birthday. I would really like for us to take Pops out to eat for his birthday before.
You know me, man. I always got to smell good for going to investigation and telling what's going to happen. Got to have them clean drawers just in case.
Oh yeah.
And we'll hold our little meeting. I guess we'll do our meeting while we take Pops out to eat. That'll be fine. We'll talk about it then. And then we'll head over to the Seaboard and do what we got to do. The biggest thing, we got to go by the office, Brian. All those candles we bought over the years, we got to load them up.
Oh, got you on that.
Because we got, 2 filing cabinets full?
Yep. Something like that.
Thanks for Abby and Dollar Tree when she worked there. She was able to get them when they come in for us.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try. And I'm not sending a lot of people into locations no more, too. That is another thing I wanted to discuss. When we go to a location, we got 5, 6, 7 people in one little room there. We can't do that no more. That's too much aura. We need to keep the aura down. You don't know the aura of your fellow investigator, You know, he could have been having a bad day. He could have the wrong aura around him. The professor's talking. Let's see what he says.
Oh shit.
Digital has a front end, which is a processor. Absolutely correct. This means that it has the ability to discriminate any incoming signal. Correct. Whereas with analog, it's recording a wide spectrum with no discrimination. Amen. I couldn't have said it no better. Thank you, Mark. That's why Mark's the professor, y'all.
I don't know, man. We're going to location. I got enough ore for everybody.
Well, you know, usually when we go on location B, if nothing happens, we try to make things happen, right?
Yeah, not no more.
We got to quit that. We can't go in antagonizing and taunting and all that stuff that we used to just to try to get a piece of evidence. Now it's got to be, you know, like I said, love, light, and good positive energy. Because I believe that's what's going to make that spirit. And they might not cling to me. They might not even show themselves to me. But Tank go in there with his open attitude and his aura. They might cling to Tank. He might catch that best piece of evidence the whole night. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's about. Uh-oh. Mark said, congratulations, Tank, boss.
Boss. Tank boss.
Hey, you know me and Brian, we promoted Mark. He's not just a tech employee now. He is the tech lead man.
Sweet. Congratulations.
Yep.
Professor.
And now that we're eliminating a lot of the equipment, he knows what's going on. You know what I mean? He knows what we're going to be doing. He don't have to learn this equipment that don't mean nothing. So, yeah.
I'm excited for mine to come out. Oh my god. It's gonna be awesome. Tank don't even know about that. We're not gonna spill the beans.
No, I'll tell them privately in person, but not over computer.
It's amazing what you can come up with sitting at the kitchen table just conversating, brainstorming.
Well, it's just like I will say one thing about a piece that we're working on, thanks to Mark. Anybody that wants to use a Hack Shack radio, in my personal opinion, and I'm pretty sure in PD's personal opinion, if it's not attenuated, it's not accurate. Remember that. That's all I'm gonna say.
Just a little hint.
It has to be attenuated.
Just a little hint.
And we're going to be coming up with that. And we're going to be selling it, even though we're probably not going to be using it much. We're going to sell it. We will be using it on some events, just like the Estes method. We're changing the game on that too. No more SB11, no more SB7, no more Hack Spirit Box. It's going to be a attenuated, get that now, attenuated SB7. Which means I could go stand up under the radio tower and not pick up a signal. Think about that. I'm standing under the radio tower and I cannot hear that radio station. So how am I gonna say that I'm picking up a radio station?
That's fruit for thought. I guess I said that right.
And I ain't gonna spill the beans on that neither. Mark might kill me. Just know that Mark, I will say this. Here very soon, y'all will start seeing Mr. Mark Dawkins of Pee Dee Region and Paranormal on a live podcast. It's coming.
Look what he can do.
And he will be co-hosting it. And it's gonna be amazing what information gets out to the people. I ain't lying. Because just me talking to the man on the phone, I mean, he blows my mind with some of the stuff that he teaches me. Imagine what he can do when you're sitting there looking at him and he's showing you what he's talking about.
And the stuff that comes out my mind, he can figure out a way to put it in the process and use it. That's like, whoa.
Well, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Between me, Mark, and Andy Balcom, Paratech's hot right now. Paratech is hot. I love it. I love it. I love it. And, you know, something else. You want to get into the ITC research side of things? There you go. Find your local ham club. Find your local amateur radio club. This is ours. This is Richmond County. This is what me and Mark and Andy are part of. Brian and Tank are studying to be part of. Get your license. It will unlock so many doors for you when it comes to ITC research, radios, frequencies, which is where paranormal, extraterrestrial, everything begins. Frequencies. People don't realize that.
Terrestrial.
Everything has a frequency down to your body. There is a certain frequency, Tank, I bet you didn't know, that if I could hit that frequency near you, it can make your elbow jump just by playing a frequency.
Shall we try?
Doctors use it. They use it for therapy. They use frequencies to heal people. Everything has a frequency. The grass growing on the ground has a frequency. The crickets, the trees, everything has a frequency. People just don't tap into that and they don't research that enough. If we knew what frequency that spirits or souls communicate on, we could sit there and have a full blown conversation like we're doing right now.
Hence the concept behind our madness.
That's it. And the more that we study and research and experiment with these frequencies, the closer we're going to get to where we need to be. Could you imagine being able to talk to a past loved one's soul?
That would be awesome.
Man, what you talking about?
A shizzle.
We might not never do it in our lifetime, but we dang sure gonna try.
We had a question here. Let's pull it up. Bam.
Robert Humphrey, please send me info on getting my ham license. I got you. Is that Christopher Keith or Laura? Who is that? So I know who to send it to because it's showing Pee Dee Region, Ohio.
That's got to be Christopher Keith, Mr. Iron Bean Coffee drinker himself.
Yeah, who is that? Put your name in the chat for me so I know who to send it to.
And also to December 10th, St. Albans Sanatorium, Haunted Nights investigation. Chris and Mike is going to be there. Your boys going, of course. We're going to hang out with the boys and chill out. Come down to be a fun time.
Yep, and of course everybody knows. Let's see, wait a minute. Let's go with Mark here. Instead of telling the spirits we won't, find out what they want. He is absolutely right. Instead of us going in there, I mean, think about it. We carry a REM pod in there, and we're dealing with a soul or a spirit from 1815, and we say, "Can you light up that REM pod?" How the hell what a damn REM pod is?
Or it's like, "What's your name?"
You know, let's go in there and let's explain what we're doing. Tell them what this is. Tell them what it does. Ask them if they can do something with that piece. You know, if not, like Mark said, let's don't tell them to do what we want them to do. Let's see what they want to do.
Ask them, is it okay for us to be here and speak with them? Who knows what you'll get?
That's it. Look what happened at the battleship when you requested to come on board.
I got a lot of activity.
Yeah, people don't. I don't know. It's changing the game for us, and we're excited about it. We're not trying to push it off on no other team out there, no other investigation out there. Whatever you do, you keep doing. That's fine. But if you're interested in this approach, we're more than willing to talk about it. But we're going to try it. We really are. And I got a feeling, Mark's got a feeling, Brian's got a feeling, even Andy McInville and Andy Balcom, all of them have a feeling already that this is going to unlock the door to something new.
And also, too, with the evidence we catch, it gives us another perspective of the paranormal field to talk about it Encounter Quest in April.
Yep. And who knows, we might learn something that changes the game a little bit that we can share with them in an Encounter Quest where they can apply that to what they're doing and get more evidence or get more answers for the truth. Because like the video said in the beginning for Paranormal Static, we work together, we searching for one thing, and that is the truth behind paranormal existence.
Yeah, it's like Encounter Quest to be a lot of cryptozoologists and Bigfoot hunters, UFOs. Who all knows? This all goes into the paranormal. They all could be on the same frequency. Who knows?
That's it.
Doing this, we could communicate with a Sasquatch or extraterrestrial being or something. You never know.
And I'm a firm believer that it all boils down to frequency. So when you're dealing with frequencies, there's no telling what you're going to get. I mean, it's kind of like taking an old analog recorder, like I'm talking about, with a cassette. A lot of people don't know this, but you can purchase different microphones that are different impedances. And when you change the impedance of a microphone, you're changing the frequency that it receives. Explore with different microphones. Get those different frequencies and see what works best. All right, so I use REM pod that replicates certain time periods, and it works so much better than using stuff that looks modern. You're exactly right. Hence the reason behind the Paratech Ecto 1 pod. If there's a child spirit or child soul, they're more intel to play with a car than they are a little black box. You know what I mean? Just like, the divot box pod. Get a little divot box. Put you a REM pod inside of it. Divot box or old jewelry box. Something that reflects the time period. He's absolutely right. I agree 100%. I mean, we've even took and put a REM pod inside of a darn one chip challenge box.
Who knows? We may wind up having one in a whiskey bottle. You never know. That'd be kind of hard to do, but it's doable.
Yeah, that's it. What's up, Mr. Jason? Pimp Paranormal. Welcome to the show, brother.
Pimp.
And Jason, just to let you in on what we're talking about tonight, man, we're backing away from equipment, bro. We're not going to rely on equipment so much. We're going to go a different route. We're going what they call old school, analog, frequency. We're going old school.
Bells, strings.
Yep, that's what we've been talking about tonight. And it's going to be interesting because, like I say, Brian, you've been there when we used some old school equipment back in the day. How much evidence did we catch on a Motorola Razr flip phone? Think about it.
More we do with stuff now.
Nothing digital. Everything was analog. It didn't run on this new stuff like CDMA. All that stuff ran on the old school, the old technology.
Well, hell, all we had back then was old flip phones and recorders and flashlights and Polaroids.
Yeah, look at the old RCA recorder we got in the kit. It's analog, dude. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Analog was before Tank's time.
No, Tank knows analog. He's been out there turning antennas before.
I know I was messing with him. Would be awesome if we could find one of our old high 8s and start recording with that night vision.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, man, here the last couple months, we've seen some crazy stuff in the skies over here in North Carolina, y'all. We will soon be investigating with the same equipment the Warrens use, reel-to-reel kind of stuff. And see, that's exactly what we said at the beginning of the podcast. We actually got a reel-to-reel recorder. We have the old reel-to-reel video recorder and audio recorder that we're going to start using next week on the investigation. No more of this updated K2. No more of this SB11, SB7s. No more of that stuff. We're going old school, and we're going to depend on the best piece of equipment that God gave us. And that's us. I mean, it's just like a piece of equipment that we're working on now. It's nothing fancy. Anybody can build it. It takes 10 minutes. But, and Brian don't want to put it out there because last time we did, somebody stole it. But this thing is going to be amazing because it makes you the equipment. You become the equipment yourself. It's going to be amazing.
Food for thought.
At least you didn't say fruit this time, Tank.
I know, right? I blew all out the water a while ago.
But yeah, I think we're on to something big right now. let's see, personal experiences and videos and photos. EVPs is all we use. Keep it simple. Amen. Video, audio, yourself. That's it. That's all we need. Now, we are going to be using some equipment. Don't get me wrong, but like Brian said, we're going to take that equipment into the investigation, set it up, put cameras on it, and we're bouncing. We're out. We're gone. Let the equipment do its job, not you. You can't walk around with a piece of equipment and expect it to pick up paranormal. It's going to pick up your energy. It's going to pick something up in that home. You got to be careful where you place this equipment. You sure have, Jason. Ever since I've known you, you've said that every podcast.
We've said it, but we've heard from it. I'm not going to lie.
Mark said, during Desert Storm, if anyone remembers, when thousands of bad guys came walking across the desert with their hands raised up and surrendered, this was done by a C-130 equipment with an electromagnetic generator that was transmitting on a circuit frequency that was directed toward them and instilled fear in those people. That is how much power frequency has over everything. People don't understand it. And we want to understand it. We want to learn it because the more we learn about frequencies, the better it's going to help us in this field.
Yep, I think we got to, as long as we keep our mind straight and clear from stuff and go in there just gun ho, with our minds clear, I think we'll do pretty good.
Exactly right. And we got really good people on the case right now. Mark, Andy, Brian, me, you, Pops. We have the Army, dude. What is your take on Tesla coils in the field? Tesla coils can be used, and they're really good if you use them properly. I'm not gonna lie to you. We're in the process of building something off of the Tesla concept right now. That's what we were talking about earlier. Brian said he didn't want to spill the beans on. The piece that we're building is based off of Tesla theory, and it will be coming out here pretty soon. So keep your eyes on Pee Dee Region Paranormal and especially on Paratech Laboratories. We will be having videos of it being used and working and showing what it's about and getting everybody's thoughts and opinions on it as me and Mark get it put together. But yeah, Tesla has some very good theories. Just like the old school, Brian. You remember when you used to get the static balls and set them in investigations back in the 90s and 2000s?
Oh, yeah, I still got one.
Put your hand on it and the static will follow your hand around. We've used them in investigations. We have tried everything, man. I ain't lying. New phone. Who this? What's up, Mr. Jason? We got both Jasons in here from PIMP.
Pimp. I like saying that.
Pimp.
PIMP.
I ain't gonna lie, Brian. The other night I was in here and nothing to do, got bored. I went on YouTube. I slipped over to Pimp's page and watched some of their work. These guys, they're pretty freaking awesome, dude.
That's
Brian?
one thing. That's one thing we can start doing is put more stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, we got to get mad. I'm gonna be honest with you. I am thinking very seriously about pulling from Facebook. I ain't gonna lie to you. Politics is going on Facebook now, and old copyright, old crap, and it's horrible, man. It is horrible.
Yes, it is.
I even created a LinkedIn to see how that works, and I ain't gonna lie to you, LinkedIn is better than Facebook. Just be honest with you. Yeah, it's more business approach, but you can stream to it right through StreamYard.
But we are a business.
Yeah, we are a legit legal business of that.
Yep.
We just dropped a new video opening a divot box in an abandoned morgue. When did that come out, Jason? That might have been, no, that ain't what I watched. I watched some older stuff. I'm going to have to check that out, bro.
We need to get invited to some of this cool shit like that.
Yep. Donna said, I love Lincoln. Yeah. I'm friends with Donna on there, and I ain't gonna lie, boy. Thank you, Donna, because she's been throwing out Pee Dee, she's been throwing out the Ghostbuster Pod, she's been throwing out Parafam, Stellar. That's my girl right there.
Hey, Rob, what's my other idea for a REM pod?
I don't want to say it because somebody take
I know, right?
it. With Miss Mary Jo Chudley. I'm gonna have to check that out, bro. Just posted Monday. I would definitely watch that tonight. Give me something to do after the podcast. And stellar events, Brian. Kicking off beginning of 2023, bro. You ready for that?
Always ready.
It's gonna be amazing. The first stellar event for us is already we've already did one stellar event, but the first Parafam stellar event is kicking off in May.
26, 27.
Make a John Deere tractor REM pod, Brian.
Make it John Deere green. That would be pretty cool. Like, instead of lights, maybe like a little smoke come out the front end of it, like it's, burning oil and junk.
Yep. Well, I'm telling you, like I said, if you want to learn about frequencies and you want to learn what makes frequencies tick and what makes baud rates, transistors, resistors, capacitors, you want to learn all that stuff, all you got to do is join the Ham Club, amateur radio. I'm telling you, I've been on a CB radio since I was a kid, and I thought I knew how to work on them. I thought people pay me to work on them. But I ain't gonna lie to you. Since I've joined the amateur radio club here in Richmond County, my knowledge has went through the roof on these things, dude. I know more now than I ever did, and it breaks down into the frequencies and everything that we're doing now. Amateur radio falls over to what we're doing big time.
Even when the repeater goes off.
Oh, Mark, you welcome, bro, because I know that amateur radio will help people that's interested in ITC research, without a doubt. You too, Donna. I'm so glad you're gonna be attending the Parafam investigation. God, I can't wait.
Question is, Donna, are you ready for St. Albans?
That'll be appealing to little kids. Well, yeah, Christopher wants us to get little kids out there with REM pods, don't he?
We should make a Chucky REM pod.
I need a motion sensor 35 millimeter camera that shoots normal and full spectrum. That is easy, dude. Find you a regular 35 millimeter camera, a regular one. And there is a hack you can do to turn it into full spec, bro. I have to get hugs all the way around. You got that right. I still have to take my basic. Get on it, dude. And when you get on it, let's see. If you put up a good antenna, Jason, you'll be able to hit our repeater here in Richmond County and talk with us, bro. Just put you up a good antenna. You'll be able to talk all the way down here on the 2-meter band to us at Richmond County Amateur Radio Tower. We got a big tower up. Mark actually runs our tower. Mark's over our repeater site, and he does a fantastic job keeping that thing up and running.
I can't put an antenna up over here where I'm at.
Yeah, you can. Man, right down the road from you, Double D, got 3 of them right there in the end of his house.
Well, I said a wife with a big old antenna on the side of the house.
And Donna said, yes, she's ready, bro.
Everybody says they're ready until they step into the doors, into the belly of the beast. And the right tank.
That's
St.
right.
Albans is one of those places that'll make you or break you for sure. But you got to think, Brian, we've never went in St. Albans with the mentality that we have right now.
No, we haven't, but I'm pretty sure Donald still hates my ass.
I got that part, but now I need to make it shoot pics with motion sensor so I can just leave it and walk away. Get you there is a motion sensor you can get. I think get up with Josh over at Addict Junkies. He has the motion sensors that will trigger the cameras to shoot. Get up with Josh. Don't be get. Okay.
Don't be got, I guess.
We have a VE team that can administer the test. We sure do. Anybody interested in testing, if you're in the Richmond County area, we have our own VE team right here. We'll meet you at the 911 center. We have a full testing schedule. You can come in, take your test. You can take all three. You can go technician, general, and extra all in one day if you study enough.
Can we cheat?
No cheating. Mark will fire you.
I'm just pulling your leg.
Can Mark take my test?
Nope.
Oh,
He can give you the test.
Mark can give you the test and grade the test. Christopher said you better protect her there, Brian.
I'm hoping you're there to help protect her too, man.
I have a few Bayafine handhelds for the end of the world. Hey, I guarantee you, let's see. I got so many radios you wouldn't believe it down here, dude, but I guarantee you that's the radio that you got right there. A Bayafine UV5R. I got a buttload of radios. My whole shop over there. If you can see the other side of this shop, it's nothing but radios. We'll be at Cabin 360 Saturday. If you got gear to test, swing by. How far are we from Cabin 360, Brian? 2-3 hours?
3.5, 4 hours. Also, too, next week, guess who we get to go visit while we're investigating? They're going to be investigating in Hamlet as well.
Who's that?
Raven Paranormal.
Oh, yeah. Raven's going to be in Hamlet.
That they are.
Yeah.
It looks like a Balkum standing behind you.
Speaking of Paratech, Mark, come get your son. Jason's got the UV5R 8 watt. Yeah, I hear you, boy. Y'all, if you get your license, look into this radio right here, dude. It is an Icon B86. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. It's just a 2-meter. It's not a dual band. But man, that is a bad radio, brother. Stay out the way. I hear you.
So, Tank, did you enjoy the Seaboard Festival Saturday?
yeah, it was okay. A lot of people there.
Did you get your
It was.
turkey leg tank?
Nah.
Andy
Right.
said he got one, and he said it was not good this year.
Well, Luke got two. I made both of them, so I don't know.
Got one good.
He said that somebody forgot the seasoning.
Well, I heard the collar sandwiches must be good. Ann loved it, so you know.
You can't mess up a college sandwich, can you?
I don't know. You might be able to. But on a good note, we got to meet Miss Jessica and Miss Kim from doing the Encounter Quest. Got to meet them and go over a few things. And I heard us raffling off 2 tickets to the thing, you know. So,
Awesome.
yeah, you know, like I said, we are doing an investigation. I guess afterwards it's a separate price. But who knows? The Rafe Chasers themselves may be joining us.
You're just going to let all the bugs out the bag, ain't you?
Well, they ain't got to be the bugs out. It's right there in plain sight. They go to the website.
I know. Yes, Mike and Chris will be joining us for the investigation and ghost walk. So make sure you head over to Encounter Quest and get your tickets today. Come on to Hamlet, April 1st, 2023.
Go ahead and buy your VIP pass so you can be up front and go backstage and meet us crazy nuts.
Jason wants to know how has 360 been for you since we were there last, Frank? Mark said, I have to get ready to call the net. Good to see y'all. I'll be back if you're still up. Mark, I will see you on the net here in a few, brother.
What about time to shut her down? We're almost to the hour mark.
Yep. And see, on Thursdays at 8 p.m., if you tune to our frequency for our repeater here in Richmond County, we have the Rag Chew Weekly Net, where we get on there and we throw our call signs out. They record who all was there, and then we just talk. We have a big Rag Chew talk. And then we have a Good Morning Friends net every Saturday morning hosted by our good friend, Mr. Ted.
Rag chew. I like that word, rag chew.
Yeah, Rag Chew.
That's not right, too.
Where we chew some rags. But we just wanted, like I say, we didn't have no guests. We had things set. We wanted to talk about this with y'all tonight. And I'm glad for everybody that came into the comments with us and gave us your 2 cents. But stay tuned to next Friday. not tomorrow, but the next Friday. We are going to be doing the Seaboard, and I got a feeling Brian's probably going to shoot some lives.
Oh, I have it any other way.
And Jason, as far as I know, activity has picked up, brother.
And a lot to put out there for our fans is sorry we ain't been going live too much, but that's where our big fan base come from, was going live. So we're gonna start doing more lives for you guys to follow on, see what we're doing, because half the time you can see something we can't see or hear something that we don't hear at the moment.
Robert, we all need to hit up Buford or Washington doing that. Hey, I'm game, bro.
Yes, sir.
I am game.
Let's pick a date.
Text
Yes,
said
sir.
date.
Get up with me. Get up with me. We'll work something out.
Or here's the idea. We can try to get the battleship again.
Hey, I'm down with that. What's your name?
Just don't take to the beach.
I don't think it was Tank. I think it was that banana pudding moonshine he got a hold of.
Wow.
What's your name?
My phone is blowing up.
Tony.
Who in the world is all these people?
Swansboro. That's what I love about this, man. Get a network, meet everybody, and make the family bigger and investigate with everybody.
It's what Parafam is all about, bro. If you want interested in being part of Parafam, head over to Parafam and check us out, man. Give us a message. The more teams in Parafam, the better. The more people we're working with.
That is right.
All right, Brian. I'm going to go ahead and call it, bro. But as always, any last words for these good people?
Stay classy.
See you next Thursday, y'all.